True, true. Yeah. Um, I think that's a good way to think that Rubik is kind of the anti-caster because he blows up int heroes, at least a lot of them, and some anti-heroes also who are a bit glass cannony. We talk TB Drow, are like the main ones that come into mind where Rubik is really good against the lane. So that kind of takes those carries out of the pool from Patriots. But what Patriots kind of want to do here with Puck and Timbersaw, like early tower pressure with the Timber. Puck is also very good in the early 18 to 20 minutes up till that point where he needs to have a good game to carry on from there. So I think Patriots could look at some mid late game hero to look for their carry. Not sure if they want to pick it now or wait.
I like the CK for Patriots. I actually don't know what's happening with the CK being pretty much ignored
True.
in today's games.
Jikroy's most played
I don't.
hero. We're going to leave it open. So that means we have a mid-puck off-lane Timber, and we're looking for a carry last pick.
This is a good pick from Patriots. You look at the Timber, you want this hero to be left alone as much as possible. So the Earth Spirit is quite good at that. He gets level 2, level 3 maybe, and he can either try to get kills around the Timber Saw, which he doesn't have to do, or he can just go somewhere else. The Storm Spirit is going to be in a lot of trouble if he dies pre-level 6. You know, sure, the Puck gets level 6 and then the Storm dies. That's not the worst thing in the world, and the Abaddon might be ready. But before that happens, if the Storm dies and the Puck can possibly kill him solo, then once he's level 6, then that poses a problem. So
yeah.
I'm loving the Earth Spirit pick for sure. And considering that Patriots were lacking lockdown, AOE slows, silences, and even that constant roll is definitely something that the Abaddon doesn't deal with too well. You know, so it's a perfect pick for sure.
Yep, there's the CK you talked about and the Alacrity Meepo that is banned by Patriots. So if there's no... Well, Tiny's in the pool, but there's no CK. There's no Morphling. Those are Jikroy's 2 most played heroes alongside with the Tiny. He then also has the TA Anti-Mage. So I'm pretty sure Nigma is going to target either of those. Because those are his most played heroes, unless he wants to bring something different, like TBs in the pool. TB Luna matchup is pretty decent. BKB renders you immune to Luna. You have high armor. You can always sunder somebody. There's the TA ban. I kind of like the TB, but is it good enough? Do you go something else? Furion carry?
I like TB much better than the AM. If you would pick an AM, you'd get like a Slardar to the face and you would cry.
What about the Tiny? Is it an option?
10 seconds to pick.
Tiny is an option. Tiny definitely is an option because he can get close to the Luna. The Earth Spirit and the Timbersaw just move away. There's no glaze bouncing around, and the Luna 1v1 against the Tiny would get smashed.
He can combo the Storm Spirit down pretty early on into the game. That could be the little bit of lockdown you were hoping for. Earth Spirit already provides a little bit on top of the puck, so... Either TB doesn't give you lockdown. TB just gives you straight up damage. So then you've got everything on the side of the puck and the Earth Spirit. So TB or Tiny?
I like Tiny more.
I like Tiny as well. They went for the Anti-Mage. Okay. So,
Slardar to the face. Slardar literally to his face, and he's gonna cry. You're now with this Anti-Mage, if you get countered in lane, you're gonna be hoping that you get a big mana void on the Storm Spirit.
Yeah, you've got Rubik already against the Anti-Mage in the lane. What about Rubik Sand King duo, which just makes a lot of carry players just cry?
And the Anti-Mage is pretty solid against the Sand King. Sand King without mana isn't a threat. So
Tidehunter, Magnus are also heroes that Mizu's played a lot.
I think if you want to target the Anti-Mage, you go LC or Slardar. Tidehunter. Okay, what's the other one that you mentioned?
Tide Magnus. That is his first Darkseer play for the tournament, though. He's not played Darkseer during the course of these playoffs. Let me just double check that quickly, because I don't think he played it against Execration. Where is that?
Did they misclick the Darkseer? I mean, Darkseer later on in the game is okay against the Anti-Mage, just because of the illusion. But when it comes to the laning phase, the Anti-Mage crushes him. You have the Pugna, that is one of the more annoying heroes. You have no melee heroes other than the Abaddon, which isn't really the main frontliner. Other than the Anti-Mage, the other heroes don't care if you create their illusions. They're not that good at doing damage. Darkseer is strongest when he gets his first item, the big item, mech. You get the mech or you get an axe. That's when you want to go forward. That's around 15 to 17 minute mark. When you look at the other heroes from Nigma Galaxy, they don't thrive at that timing. They're just good at splitting the map and catching heroes in the Luna farming. So I'm just not. I'm looking at the Darkseer and thinking, do they use this hero in a different way? Because if not, Patriots, even though I see them as the underdogs, are definitely the ones that are looking much stronger right now.
A lot goes onto the shoulders of Jacroy's anti-mage, and how much does Nigma apply pressure? Because heroes like Storm Spirit hitting level 6 and Rubik doing smoke ganks, they can kill anti-mage pretty easily in the jungle. But does that also mean we're going to see an Orchid maybe on the Storm Spirit, despite the null talisman spam? What do you think?
This is a solid Orchid game. The thing is, I'm looking at this anti-mage and I'm hoping for the Vanguard Diffusal build, because you're gonna win the laning phase against the Darkseer. I don't know how Rubik Darkseer are gonna win against an AM Pugna. It just won't happen. And I would like to see a Vanguard Diffusal Blade in this game in particular. I think if Jacroy goes for that this game is over. I don't know. I mean, of course, Nigma Galaxy can outplay them, but if the anti-mage is able to fight before the Luna, it's gonna be a tough one for Nigma Galaxy when we look at the laning setups. Like all of the counters, AM counters Storm, the Puck counters the Storm, the Timbersaw will do okay in the lane with the Luna ulti. Maybe you can kill him, but I doubt that In Your Dream is gonna be maxing out the Lucent Beam. We'll see how he wants to play. This is just a weird draft from Nigma Galaxy. Let's put it that way.
Yeah, I guess they ended it in a way that maybe phases us a little bit, but if there's any Patriot fans in the chat right now, you better make some noise for your team, because they need your help. And the same goes for Nigma Galaxy's SEA roster. We're not talking about the EU roster. They don't need your help right now. I mean, I know we love the good memes and the good jokes, but it is the SEA roster that is playing today. So yeah, I mean, now that I say it, we're probably going to be seeing even more GH and Kuro in the chat. So that being said, 2-2 with the bounty runes. No early first blood fight taking place, and we see the Battle Fury anti-mage already lined up. He's got double ring of health because he's queued up one, which he's going to use to build into the Battle Fury. That will allow him to sustain the lane. So that's going to be tough for the Rubik and the Darkseer to actually force this guy out of here. So we're going to be looking at this bot lane quite a lot and see why they went for the Darkseer, and is it a laning stage thing or is it a team fight thing? Because he does bring a stun to the team. He's got the, he's got the normal punch, so that can be locked down to kill the anti-mage, but I don't know.
It's weird. For me,
it's
weird.
It is. It's a bit unorthodox, but it might work.
Let's see what's gonna happen. Maybe the early shard on the Darkseer is something that does well against the anti-mage. Sure, but Patriots, when you pick an AM like that, I think you're always thinking, okay, now we're gonna get countered, but we're okay with it, and you get a lane that should be relatively okay for you.
Yeah. Does the normal punch illusion burn mana?
Yep, it does.
So it does give a tiny bit of an extra buff in damage, but late game doesn't really do anything. There goes the first bracer on Dullul's courier, sniped by Boomboy. Boomboy, who was added to the SEA roster not too long ago.
He's been doing a decent job.
Yep.
He's been doing a decent job.
Found his place in the roster.
For sure. So In Your Dream, not starting off with the Lucent Beam. Okay, Dullul already pressuring. In Your Dream, is he actually gonna die here?
Let's see. Whirling Death will connect again. Will break the shield. He is very low, but there's no mana on the Timber. I think the Timber's dead. It is the Timber dead. It's Boomboy. Timber burns all of his mana, and Aladon, with a point in silence, with a point on the shield, keeps the Luna alive, and then when he grabs tower aggro, that's when things start to take a turn for the worse for the Timbersaw, and it is Nigma Galaxy taking first blood.
Yeah, and that's a tower attacking you with the Curse of Avernus stacks, so it's even more painful. So
Yeah, that's
that is
painful.
something. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so Luna goes for the second point in Lunar Blessing. He's not going to be maxing out the Lucent Beam, but the Lul, he's only going to have the Reactive Armor level 2 on level 4. If that dive prevented In Your Dream from getting a lot of CS, I would be okay-ish with that, but In Your Dream actually got the a solid amount of CS from that tower dive. So definitely a move from Patriots that they will be regretting. Timbersaw, until he gets level 4, he's in trouble of just being right-clicked down by In Your Dream and Boomboy.
Mid lane has been fairly even so far. They're pretty much tied up in experience as well, both the Puck and the Storm Spirit, so no level 6 advantage yet. Going to be very important to pick up that level, 4-minute Water Rune. Each one would like to have at least one each. If one of them ends up having none, that's going to be very hard for the mid player.
That's why it's weird to me that Lim is going back to the top lane. Maybe he is afraid for his Timbersaw's life, but in my mind, the Surge Spirit should already be somewhere around the runes. Yeah, and we can see the Joe Cam is doing the same thing.
Jokem is going. He's going to get met by UK. So they will fight for one rune. And, we've got a lot of people coming in. So Lim's coming back, and Boom Boo is also joining in. So we have 6 people in mid now, just as expected. And that's both of them going for Nigma Galaxy. So both mid players have to stick without any bottle refills. And because nobody's dying, nobody's TPing in from the fountain to fill the bottle.
Maybe one of the supports or maybe one of the mid laners would like one of their supports to go down right now. But
Mizu is also at 23 last hits in this lane against the Anti-Mage, so he's doing a pretty good job of holding in. There's the Anti-Mage Curry. He's thinking about, should I kill this here? But he needs to get a way out of here. Out of mana.
He has no more mana.
Can't surge. I think Mizu's dead.
It's just a matter of time.
Tries to juke around, but there's nowhere to go. So, Jikroy will get the kill on Mizu. Much needed for the Anti-Mage to get his game rolling.
So the AM isn't going for a Vanguard, it seems. The thing for an Anti-Mage when you're going for a Battle Fury, which is 99% of the games, is that you want to get it as early as possible. Because if you have your third item, Manta, Battle Fury, and then +1, usually Scotty, or something along those lines, before minute 25, you've hit your timing and you're most likely gonna be unstoppable. The AM right now, with a Ring of Health and the counterspell, he will not be pushed back by the Darkseer even one bit. So this is a free farm lane for Jikroy, and there's nothing that Nigma Galaxy without big rotations can do about it. So that Battle Fury will be coming out in a very decent timing.
Your Dreams now 2 points in Lucent Beam, 2 points in Blessing. Hasn't gone for Glaives yet, so no full farm mode build yet coming out at least. Wants to be able to poke a bit. There's the
coming bot
from Puck. Rotation on the Darkseer. There's the coil. There's an illusory orb available as well. Running in circles with the Surge. Doing a lot of good work there, but walks right. Okay, he just wanted to get an extra shell. I think he thought he was dead already. Walked in to drop another shell on the wave, and that will be death number 2 for the Darkseer. So this is going exactly as Mr. Harry had. What's the word I'm looking for here? When you predicted, yes, thank you.
Foresaw.
Foresaw. I think that's an even better word. Yeah, you saw this coming. That's what I was looking for. Yes. Sometimes my English breaks, but
that's why we have colleagues, you know.
Yes,
everyone's English breaks sometimes.
Borked.
Top lane. There's gonna be a fight.
Boom, going under the top. Ooh, very good whirling death there. Hurts these strength heroes a lot. And Lim, he's got only a level 3 on his Earth Spirit, so cannot roll in onto this Abaddon once again. And In Your Dream could potentially just level up a point into Eclipse if that leads into a kill on the Timbersaw. So I guess he's waiting to kite him out from the lane. Boo is also here. I mean, you don't want to, but you could. They have the damage. Now he's already almost back to full HP, so Luna's gonna need some backup. Storm's DPing in. It's a good rotation, and now they're gonna go for the attempt onto the Timber Saw, and Limp on the side. Boom Boy about to drop. Timber Saw silenced, and the kill goes through. Alacrity will take this one. Maybe even a double. Let's go. In Your Dream takes that one. One each.
It does make sense. Nigma Galaxy, you were nice enough to pick a Darkseer into our Anti-Mage and give him the freest game in the world, so why not give you a bonus kill? You know, my guy is dying, there's nothing I can do about it, but I can go down with him, and that is a very manly move coming out from Lim. Obviously not gonna be too happy about it, but still. You would love to kill the Storm with the next coil. So I expected the Air Spirit and the Puck to play together a little bit earlier, but they focused their attention on the Darkseer a bit more.
Good jump on the Puck now here with the Action Rune. Alacrity finding a DD for himself. Clears at the ward, goes for the jump. There's a salve, and there's the coil as well onto the Rubik. And Mamangaya doesn't quite land the orb, but jumps in with the Waning Rift, and he lives for a bit longer. Rubik is still up, and he's still got that Fairy Fire, but the Puck's in trouble. He's in real trouble, and he's also dead. And now Lim. 2 more seconds for the roll. Beautiful rotation from the Anti-Mage. Goes for that big nuke from the Mana Void on top of Alacrity. UK is the one to pick up the kill. And Jokum hunted onto the high ground. Anti-Mage looking for his 3rd kill of the game. Has to turn his attention to Boom Boom. And are you seeing what I'm seeing? I think that might have been just me, but everything froze.
No, everything is okay. Everything is moving.
Is being hunted, and Mizu now getting the TP in. There's the parallel wall.
No mana.
The wall placed down, and Anti-Mage has nothing left.
Storm is coming.
Surge, and here comes Alacrity. Beautiful, and again, it's a slideshow. But the kill goes in the way of Nigma Galaxy. Are you having these lags, or is it just me?
It's just you. Maybe it's packet loss, you know, you being too far away, not having the cool Serbian internet.
Jump on the Puck as well, and another one. Remnant. Does it pop in time? Yes, it does. Blew the man down. Blew the man down, indeed. The LOL takes the tower in the top lane, and meanwhile, that was happening.
The only reason why I'm not the biggest fan of what happened there for Patriots is because the Anti-Mage didn't get the kill on the Storm in particular. His Mana Void brought him down to like 10 HP, and then the right click from the Pugna finished him off. Later on, of course, there was an overdive from Patriots, but, you know, sometimes you just get pulled into it. Like, let's crush them now. Maybe Patriots are feeling like the weaker team, and they want to assert the dominance as much as they can at a point where they actually could have done it. So, a bit of a mistake in the end, but the main thing is him not getting the kill. Still, all of this fighting in the mid lane does allow for the Timber to take down the tower. And Nigma Galaxy, they have good vision on the top lane, but it will be expiring, so the top part of the map will be secured by them with the fast Battle Fury coming out. That is a big one for Anti-Mage.
And they just smoked to the bottom lane, hoping somebody would be here, but there's absolutely no one there. The vision showed that the Storm Spirit has just cleared an easy camp as well, so they will not even show up unless Patriots want to overpower them with 5 heroes on the bot lane, but I don't think they would like to do that either. Anti-Mage is closing up on his Battle Fury. He wants to keep that tempo up. So maybe if they're going to defend, they're going to have to make their moves now, because this tower is already taking damage. There's the Glyph. There's every 5 TPs up and running, but I guess they will let this one slide. Timber will take the bait. The Creep Wave and focus on this Siege Creep. There's a Storm Illusion that's tanking the tower. Catapult is gotten rid of, and now they smoke. They smoked with the Anti-Mage, but AM, of course, wants to continue farming. Dilol, he's gonna walk into the Storm Spirit, and they're like, oh, there they are. I found them. The coil connects only onto the Abaddon, and a very wise pop there. Instantly runs out of the coil.
Luna coming over.
Forces the stun. Yep. In Your Dream joining in as well. They would like to take this tower now with Luna joining in the fight. She's also got Eclipse, even though they are level 2 Lucent Beams that fly out. But the Lul with his hood on the front. No coil. Mizu from the side has drums. Patience.
Nigma Galaxy, they thought without the coil they can fight, and now they understand they actually cannot. They're up against the Earth Spirit. If you start diving the Timber Saw and the Earth Spirit sees all of your heroes, everyone will get silenced up and slow down. And now they bring a Rubik, so it's 5-man.
They're still gonna go for it. The silence is dead. The Eclipse is down. The wall's placed down too. And the Timber Saw, he's only down to half HP. There's the Earth Spirit rolling in as well. The Magnetize does connect onto all of their heroes. Nigma Galaxy, only one about to drop, and that's the Darkseer, hunted down by Mamang Daya. We'll take this one. He's gonna die as well.
AM is
Patriots
here.
are too low, but now the AM is here. But can he get there in time? Because they're still pretty healthy on the side of Nigma Galaxy. So even if the AM joins in, he's so close to getting that Battle Fury. He wants it right now. He's gonna have to stay back in farm mode. TP for nothing.
I expected him to TP a little bit earlier. The second they went for the Timber Saw, I expected the TP to come in, but he was afraid of the Wall of Replica just being pulled into it, and the AM Illusion being more of a nuisance to his team than he is actually to his enemies. So in the end, I can understand that one, but then Patriots shouldn't have chased. Puck still gets the kill. You defend the tower. You're gonna be quite happy with that, and with the top part of the map open, it's gonna allow for the anti-mage to farm. The one tower the Nigma Galaxy want to take is mostly the mid lane, but it's not gonna be an easy one to take for sure. So let's see what Patriots, they just want to fight the bottom lane. They understand the enemies can only play there.
Alacrity under the tower. Deep dive from Mamang Daya with Lim. Silence is there, coil is there, and the damage sufficient. Close to getting the kill. Yes, they do. Alacrity finished off. In your dream, no Eclipse. Just trying to keep the Timber Saw away from his buddies, and they will force the ulti off of the Abaddon. But UK was killed by Jokum. Stealing the Waning Rift. That's a nice amount of extra burst for the Rubik. Rubik does like, what, 500-600 damage with the Fate Bolt and the Waning Rift. So that's a heavy nuke to take from just one hero.
For sure. The anti-mage is getting too much. This is that timing. He's definitely gonna hit it. He will have the Manta +1 item. Scotty in this game in particular is the best. With that, you can jump on the Luna and just... there's nothing that in your dream can do. So it's gonna be a very tough game for Nigma Galaxy. This Luna, if I was in your dream, I'd get the BKB next and just start pushing forward. Even disassembling the Dragon Lance is the way to go. You need those towers to fall, and you're not gonna do it without a big item. Storm will get his BKB, but even then, it's not gonna be that easy playing against the anti-mage if he hits that Scotty timing. You're just gonna have like 3-4 minutes of silence time from Patriots before the anti-mage will get an item, and I'm not sure how much Nigma Galaxy can do if those BKBs don't come out as fast as possible.
Closing up on the 15-minute marker. There's a bit of a brawl at the top. They've used the wall onto the anti-mage, but no real fight. So the wall was used. Mizu a bit trigger happy. Yes, he saw the moment better than what it actually was. Happens to the best of us.
Patriots, I really like the position that they are in right now. I'm still not sure what the idea behind the Dark
You talk
was.
about them in a good position. Mamang Daya almost going down. Pops the coil before he jumps out. Able to disengage in UK with the healing battery. Hawk back to full HP. The lull is here, but there's no longer the coil, so he's out. And Jokum steals the Chakram as well.
That's a big spell. That is the one that can bring heroes down. Something I think Nigma Galaxy are lacking is that burst damage potential, and we need to be looking at the Rubik to change that fact.
It's a very good damage ability indeed for the Rubik. Looking at the anti-mage's situation, he's finished his Yasha towards the Manta and then the Scotty. Plenty of goodness to come for Jacroy in this game. Comparing to the Luna, Dragon Last Mask of Madness, first blade of Alacrity towards her Yasha into Manta. Lim hiding in the Roche Pit.
Okay, at least they open up the bottom part of the map. So the Luna is gonna have at least 2 more camps to farm somewhat safely.
Found the Pugna. Good jump onto UK. They did pop the DD rune though. I think Alacrity wasn't quite ready to use it yet, because that was not an expiring rune. That would have happened in 1 more minute. That's the 16-minute action rune. Thought it was a bigger fight. It's not. Mamang though, he's got a Switchblade. 300 gold short from a Blink Dagger, and that is gonna be a big game changer for the puck, because then he will be much more mobile and much more deadlier.
That is when Patriots want to strike.
Yeah.
Good thing for Nigma Galaxy is that the Storm Spirit will have a BKB relatively soon. So Patriots, they should be looking to take at least one fight right now. Targeting the mid lane tower down before the Storm gets the BKB would be ideal for them. And then I would be very, very afraid from Nigma Galaxy. We can see that Nigma Galaxy are actually okay with this one. They're like, let the AM farm. We have the Darkseer wall. We're going to have the shard on the Darkseer later on. And those illusions are going to be enough. Might as well be it too. So I'm looking at Patriots for that 22-23 minute timing with the Scotty coming out. I just don't know if Nigma Galaxy can hold out once that does come out. You just focus down the Darkseer, and Nigma Galaxy don't have a fight. It's just like that.
It's really about Anti-Mage's movements. If they are able to jump on Jikroy at the start of the fight, saying Anti-Mage wants to go in before, because AM wants to join a fight you're about to win. He will bring the decisive blow here. That's your Anti-Mage gameplay, basically. So if he's in there early, Nigma still has their spells of cooldown. That could be the downfall of Patriots, losing their AM too early in the fight, because he needs to finish things off.
That's true.
Win
The problem comes if he's too strong. That is the.
That
the
is
thing.
also another, yeah.
If the AM is too strong, he doesn't have to follow those rules. You know, those rules exist if you are a weak or a occasionally powerful AM. If you are a really powerful AM, those rules don't apply to you. And Jikroy is shaping up to be a pretty powerful AM indeed.
Yeah, but this is going to be a 4 versus 5 fight, because Mizu is able to get out of there. The rest of Nigma are stacking up towards the mid and the triangle area, while Patriots were smoking up to find Mizu in the bottom lane. He's no longer there. Now the AM is alone in mid. And Nigma Galaxy smoke on their own, so they're ready to go in as well. They've got the fresh BKB on the Storm Spirit. And Mizu just finished off the Wraith Pact. You see the Anti-Mage. Perfect jump as well. Manta, very nice usage from Mitchell. It still gets thrown into the air. Can he get out of there? He's gonna get blown up exactly as Nigma wanted it to happen. They get the jump on the Anti-Mage, and that is perfect for them to start things off, because now they're unstoppable for the next 40 seconds.
That is the security that BKB of the Storm Spirit brings you. He knows that he's very hard to kill. Almost impossible.
Bach has to be careful here. Oh, he drops the leash down. The coil snaps, and to no real... That's the third coil I've seen from the puck that has no impact. So Mamang also feeling the pressure.
Patriots being a bit too conservative with the Blink Dagger on the puck. They need to strike on the mid lane a little bit earlier, if not to get the tower, then at least to know the positioning of your enemy so the AM won't die. Now it seems like Nigma Galaxy had all of this planned.
Illusory Orb into the pit, puck on the point, and it will go for In Your Dream, and the puck's gonna go down.
The chase is on.
Goes down, and Lim will follow suit. 2 kills more for Nigma as they just finished off Roshan. And this game is turning. This game is now definitely taking a heavy turn towards Nigma.
This is... I mean, you had those timings with the Patriots. Your Timbersaw was unkillable, your puck was extremely powerful, and you stayed back. And you're like, we are content with our AM farming. And sure, AM gets that Scotty and it's great, but the problem that you're facing right now is that Nigma Galaxy did manage to hunt him down, slow it down, and now take the mid lane tower. So their ability to gank the AM will be there, and there is a good chance that the AM dies once more before the Scotty is done, which will be problematic for his timing, and the timing of the AM between 25 and the 35 minutes later on. It's not going to be good enough, and I'm not really sure anymore that he's going to be more powerful even once, even between those 10 minutes.
5-12 on the scoreline, and 3K lead for Nigma Galaxy.SEA. 89% win probability now at this start. After what just happened, losing Roche, losing a fight. Importantly, losing their carry just moments before that. Escalating into quite a lot of Nigma Galaxy domination around the map. That's their 3rd tower kill inside 1.5 minutes. Escalating odds, so to say.
And you can see now the Luna, she went for the Manta, which is the item I didn't agree with, but with them getting the kill and the Roche, it really doesn't matter anymore, and poor Puck.
Oh, poor
He's just-
Puck. In the wrong place, at the wrong time. Never should have been there. Nigma.SEA with the Puck kill. They're looking high ground. Luna goes in front.
If the tier 3 falls, it's gonna be possible for Patriots to get close, and it's looking very likely to happen.
Trying to TP back home and do something here. Delol in the front. Timber tanking hits the clips as well. He's just dead. Oh, it's all coming apart for the Patriots. Nigma.SEA, one lane of rack secured. This game has just taken a turn for the worst in just 2.5 minutes. This whole game was still even before the 20-minute mark.
But when you were looking at it, Patriots weren't using the fact that they were stronger. Whenever that happens in Dota, there's gonna be an opening for the other team when they're gonna be able to use their timings. And as soon as the Storm got the BKB, he didn't even have to use it, mind you. But as soon as he got the BKB, Nigma.SEA went forward. And I can assume, I've played in tier 2 teams, what Patriots communications are looking like right now. Just farm the anti-mage. We can do it. Just farm the anti-mage, and that was their idea. But you need to talk about how are we gonna make that happen? How are we gonna force rotations? How are we gonna get pickoffs while that is happening? How are we gonna use our other heroes? In Patriots, they just did none of it. They just played safe on their side of the map and waited for Nigma.SEA to make a move. And once the move came, it even ended up in the perfect scenario where the AM dies and the Luna gets the Aegis, now has the Butterfly, so even once the Skadi comes out from the AM, it is not the timing that you were looking for.
When's the last time Patriots has killed a hero? It's been 8 minutes. It's been 9 minutes since the last time Patriots has actually killed a Nigma hero.
The thing is, it has been that much since they've tried as well.
Yeah.
They had that one smoke towards the bottom lane, and that's about it. So smoking towards the bottom lane in that kind of a scenario goes to show that you didn't want to fight. And I just don't know why. You had the blink on the Puck, you pretty much had everything. And now Patriots, they have the Skadi, but they're looking at this right now, or the anti-mage is looking. We talked about it. The AM can jump in and fight if he's the strongest, but he's not. The Luna with a Butterfly will rip him to shreds.
Patriots smoking outside of their base. This is the play that if they can make this work, if Patriots can make this work, it's now or never. If they lose this one, oh, we've already seen how much they've given inside the last 4.5 minutes, or ever since they actually had a kill almost 10 minutes ago. They need to win the next fight that is upon them. Nigma.SEA has taken every single outer tower, the top racks, Roshan, and 1-2 engagements.
They've gotten everything. It is just showing that Nigma are a class above Patriots. When the day started, we kind of looked at the first series to be the one that should be more interesting, and we got a 3-game series. This time around, when I saw the draft and when I saw how the early game went, with Patriots getting everything they needed to start snowballing the game and actually hit that 25 to 30 minute timing with the AM, I was like, yo, this is great. We might see a game 3, and then they just stop. They got afraid for some reason, and now they will they'll face the Luna with the BKB. This Luna is just so powerful, and everything that is behind her will help her shine.
Yeah, this is kind of the point where if you look at Patriots lineup, you're like, yep, this anti-mage is definitely strong. He's in for a pretty good early game. He's gonna escalate faster than the Luna does because anti-mage just hits his timings a bit faster than the Luna does. But because they didn't play their strengths, their best timings, the rest of the game is just Luna favored. I mean, let's see what they can do. Beautiful wall coming out. The vac from the Darkseer on 3. And Patriots are falling apart. They already lost 1 with the buyback. And there we go. UK down as well. And buybacks are flying in. 2 quick kills for Nigma, with Mizu showing why he picked. He showed why he picked this Darkseer. And he's got that wall. He's still got it.
He wanted to use the wall, but the Puck got the silence off, so Waning Rift stopped it. But now it's gonna prove to be an even better situation for them.
see if they can get something done here as their bottom racks have fallen. No Aegis right-clicking onto this as Mizu again. This time he's got it. The jump from Alacrity catching on two as they take down UK. That's a dieback on the Pugna. Lim falling as well. That's a second one following up right after Jacroy, the anti-mage. He's all by himself. He's down as well. He has to buyback right away in the low. There's just no kills taking place. They've controlled the anti-mage and the GG call comes out. Nigma.SEA. Might have been a bit of a hopeful fight for Patriots, but they didn't kill a single hero. They haven't killed anyone in 12 minutes. Nigma.SEA 2-0 sweep the series. They dropped the Patriots out of the tournament and tied 5th, 6th place, and Nigma.SEA secures at least 4th place in the tournament.
With that kind of a start, you lose the game completely. You don't get any kills. You actually have heroes for it. Pugna, Earth Spirit, Puck. Even the Timbersaw can contribute in damage, but Patriots just... I don't know what that was. It's like they froze at some point in the game, and they're like, we can't do anything, guys.
Yeah.
What are we going to do? And Nigma.SEA, you know, hit some of their timings. I actually expected the Luna to go for a BKB. I wanted her to go for a BKB, but taking the Roche was good enough. After that mid lane tower has fallen, I don't know if Patriots had much to do. You know, Nigma.SEA, they lost the laning phase and they won the game at the timing where the AM should be the strongest. Sure that the timing is pretty solid with the Luna as well, but yeah, you know, at least you would think, okay, with us winning the laning stage, we're gonna survive our strongest time and maybe lose later on if we lose. But this just goes to show Nigma a class, maybe even more than that, above Patriots. Patriots just weren't even close.
It was a bit of a masterclass performance on Nigma.SEA. Also understanding the way that they last picked this Darkseer, happily going so that day. I mean, Mizu knows much better. I mean, obviously the lane went exactly as it went. He did not win against the anti-mage. The AM had good control over it, but it didn't matter. It just didn't matter at all for them to lose that lane, because the impact just fell flat, and your dream goes 8-0. Jokum 3-0-13 on this Rubik. Performance was great. Boom Booey also unkilled on the Abaddon. That's how grim this game was. Patriots only grasping 5 kills in the first 15 minutes, and then nothing. So the right team won.
Yeah, definitely. The when you say the right, you mean the one on the dire. Either way, Patriots, you know, I expected more. I have to say I expected more. I've been watching among Daya, UK, and Lim in the army when they were in Army Geniuses. These players are quite aggressive, or used to be quite aggressive. Here in this game in particular, they didn't showcase any of it. They just stayed back, and that's about it. One of the reasons I wanted the AM to go for the Vanguard Diffusal build is because it would force Patriots to fight, which is something that he could have done between like minute 10 and minute 18. 19, especially with the Timbersaw being an unkillable territory. But going for the Battle Fury, it probably put an idea in their head. This AM is going to outperform everyone, and it just never happened.
It just never happened, exactly. And that also brings the series to a close, and this day, as we have knocked 2 more teams out of the tournament, leaving us with Polaris, Execration, Army Geniuses, and Nigma.SEA remaining in the tournament. And these 4 teams will be playing tomorrow. We have the semifinals for a straight spot in the top 2 to fight for the finals victory with Polaris and Execration, and then the lower bracket elimination game between Army Geniuses and Nigma.SEA SEA. Both of these games are tomorrow. Go drop a follow to all the BTS social media channels on Twitter, on Twitch, and obviously my good friend Harry Freak over here as well. We will be seeing you guys tomorrow with these 2 series, and after that on Wednesday, the finals day will be brought to you by Aries and Danog, our 2 handsome gentlemen all the way from Australia, from down under. So until then, take care of yourselves, everybody. Good night. Bye-bye.